Coming up, hunting for the elusive kiwi down under. Zipping through the agility course, Pugsley's a champ. And this gentle giant makes the little things easier. Flanking Australia in the southern hemisphere, New Zealand is like nowhere else on Earth. Rotorua on the North Island is a spectacular geothermal area. The kiwi, a flightless nocturnal bird, is New Zealand's national symbol. Unfortunately, it's threatened by non-indigenous predators. Today, only about 75,000 kiwi remain. If the present rate of decline continues, by 2006, the population will be reduced by 1/3. So there's a conservation program in place to help preserve kiwi and increase their numbers. Piri Piri is a kiwi ranger. He works with conservationist Tommy Herbert. Together, they track the threatened birds so Tommy can monitor their health and keep tabs on their numbers. Piri Piri's name comes from a Maori word.
When Piri Piri was a little puppy, I could put my arm like that and he would put his paws over there and I could lift him right off the ground like this and he'd just cling. Piri Piri means to cling.
Along with cats, ferrets, and stoats, dogs are the kiwi's worst predators. But not this 3-year-old Labrador retriever. Piri Piri is highly trained, but like New Zealand's other kiwi dogs, he has to wear a muzzle the moment he steps into the kiwi's natural habitat. For Tommy, using a dog to find kiwi brings him closer to his Maori heritage.
As Māori people, we are reliving a tradition of bird hunting. We are reliving this tradition as part of our lives. So culturally, I feel incredibly lucky to be able to do this thing.
Long before the kiwi was endangered due to an influx of new predators, the Maori used dogs to hunt them for food. They used bone rattles to keep track of the dogs.
Instead of rattles, bone rattles, we use bells, so we can locate where the dog is when he finds the bird. And normally when the dog finds a bird, he will point so the bells would stop ringing.
This is Piri Piri's first spring season tracking kiwi full-time. Until last year, Tommy worked with Gemma, an exceptional kiwi dog who found about 1,000 birds over a 10-year career. Gemma helped Tommy teach Piri Piri how to locate kiwi. Now too old to work full-time, she occasionally tags along at her own slow pace.
Kiwi work is it's a very fine type of work. None of this rushing in business, because the bird will just flush and it'll run. You really want a dog with a bit of liveliness in it. You don't want a pet poodle or a pug dog or something like that. You want something that's, that's got a bit of dog in them, a bit of mongrel in them.
So far, their long morning search has been fruitless. But suddenly, Piri Piri catches a scent. He's off to investigate.
If he finds a bird or he finds a nest, Kiwi, and I call, Piri, and he doesn't come, I know, bang, he's onto it. He's got something there. I need to go there immediately. Kiwi, Piri.
Piri Piri's found something. It's a kiwi nest. Kiwis have one of the largest egg-to-body ratios of any bird. But there's no sign of the male kiwi who should be sitting on the egg. When he finds a new burrow, Tommy notes its location. No kiwi yet. Piri Piri has to stay focused and keep searching.
Come.
Saving kiwi is a major operation spearheaded by the New Zealand Department of Conservation. As well as searching for new kiwi, Tommy and Piri Piri look for birds that have been fitted with tiny radio transmitters so that Tommy can monitor their health regularly. But modern technology can only take them so far. It's no match for Piri Piri's ability to pinpoint exactly where the birds are hiding.
He just uses that nose like a pig rooting in the ground. You can hear him snuffling away there. Going hard, you know, and when he does that kind of sound, you know that it's very fresh. The bird is very close. Come on, Piri Piri, let's go.
Radio transmitters in hand, Tommy and Piri Piri head back into the bush on the trail of the elusive kiwi. Tommy uses a radio receiver to close in on the kiwi. Piri Piri may have to hunt for weeks without finding a new bird. When he does find a kiwi, Tommy will give it a checkup. Hunting down kiwi is no walk in the park. The birds choose to hide their nests in the forest's roughest terrain, making Piri Piri's job challenging.
They'll pick the thickest, the roughest bit of terrain to live in, you know. I mean, that's where they feel safe. If they just lived out on ridges and stuff, they're more prone to predation. I feel a bit sorry for the dogs sometimes because, you know, especially on hot days, you're not near water, and it's quite hard on them, quite hard on the dogs.
The radio signal tells Tommy that one of his tagged kiwi is close by. But Piri Piri doesn't need a receiver.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required. Download Veely now.
Wait up. When he finds the bird, you'll see that he goes into this kind of slow motion type walk up to wherever the bird is or the scent, wherever the scent's coming from. And that again tells you straight away that the bird is very, very close. It's right there in front of you.
Success! Piri Piri's keen nose has located a kiwi. It's not even the one with the transmitter. It's a brand new young chick.
Good boy. Come here, come here.
Tommy's deft handling of the bird helps keep it calm as he fits it with a transmitter.
Without doing the kind of work we're doing by putting transmitters on these birds, by following them, by learning more about the ecology, we wouldn't be where we are today with kiwi recovery. But it's still a very slow process. Leave. Good boy, leave it.
Tommy lets Piri Piri smell his find and rewards him with praise. He has to keep still while Tommy examines the bird.
One of the hardest things to teach this kind of dog is not to pick things up.
After fitting the chick with a transmitter for later study, Tommy lets it go. For Piri Piri, this is always the hardest part. After all, he's a retriever.
Oh my, Piri. It's very difficult for Piri Piri to understand, don't pick up, don't touch. Piri. Took a lot of training for that. And it's vital that he does not touch the bird, does not touch kiwi. Piri.
It's not easy, but Piri Piri reluctantly accepts.
Piri, oh my.
It's time to leave the bird alone. It's his keen dedication that makes him a great kiwi ranger.
I certainly wouldn't be able to do the kind of work I do, nor would anyone else in conservation who work on threatened species be able to carry out the work without these dogs. As far as being my mate, he's pretty good. Means a lot to me, this place here. And over the number of years I've been taking things out of the forest, just take. Now is the time to give it back. Now I've come back and I'm giving it back to my place, to the mountain, through the kiwi work.
With Piri Piri's help, maybe one day the kiwi will roam free again throughout the wilds of New Zealand. Like Like most pugs, 5-year-old Pugsley is a good-natured companion. Her owners, Peggy Mays and her husband Bennett, enjoy taking her to the beach.
When we got Pugsley and brought her home, we noticed something a little different about Pugsley. Pugsley was full of life. She was full of energy, full of vigor.
Ready, Pugsley? Ready, ready, ready. Go, Pugsley, go.
I was in for a very big surprise.
Go, get it.
Pugsley had the makings of a champ. Her specialty is dashing through a canine agility course. She's the only pug ever to earn the prestigious Mach or Masters Agility Champion title. Now she's working towards her second Mach title.
Pugsley led me into agility because she was just full of life and full of energy, and I thought agility would be a great way for Pugsley to expel that energy. And I knew after our first trial in agility that not only could Pugsley do it, but Pugsley wanted to do it and compete.
Pugs aren't known to be great athletes, and not many do agility.
Pugsley is very rare in her breed. The energy level that she's got, it's phenomenal. The more Pugsley runs, the faster she gets.
This was the first competition that she was ever in. And I remember the trial secretary saying, "It's the fastest dawn pug I've ever seen."
Pugsley was just honored by the AKC for being the top dog in her breed. She's competed in 80 competitions and won 125 awards. Peggy and Bennett converted their backyard into an agility course.
Pugsley is a great jumper. I believe Pugsley was born to jump. She has always loved it.
But an old jumping injury flared up last year. Pugsley had to have knee surgery, and now her left rear knee is held together with 2 pins.
How's that doing?
It's doing very well.
Pugsley competes nearly every weekend towards her second Mach title. Her veterinarian, Dr. Richard Chance, makes sure her knee is holding up.
Seems to be very stable. Looks really good. Okay, I think that problem is okay.
But Pugsley's knee isn't the only concern. She also has a life-threatening immune disorder.
I'm very concerned about it, but I don't let it overcome me. I try to take care of Pugsley the best I know.
Come on, heel.
The largest of the toy breeds, pugs are believed to originate from China. Their forehead wrinkles represented lucky symbols for the Chinese. Pugs are natural clowns and are good with children.
Let's get that tire. Get that jump.
To earn a Mach title, a dog needs speed points and double qualifications, or double Qs. In competition, there are 2 agility courses, and a double Q means a perfect score on both.
Hurry, Pugsley, target. Target. Hurry, Pugsley, target. Hurry, target. Oh,
Peggy's hoping Pugsley will rack up another double Q next weekend.
Oh, the course is going to be wide open for the dogs. They're going to move indoors and dirt. And Pugsley, you really have to be focused and watch Mommy today. See this course? You can do that. You just gotta watch Mommy. Watch Mommy's every move.
Let's go do agility. Let's go do agility. Come on. Let's go.
Today's competition is being held in Woodbridge, Virginia. Over 500 dogs are competing. Pugsley needs perfect scores on both courses to get closer to her second Mach title.
Pugsley does well when it's cool weather, so she'll give this course a run for her money. Mommy just has to keep up with her.
The judge explains the rules.
No treats or toys in the ring. Your dog must be under control at the end of your run, verbal or physical control.
Every agility course is laid out differently. The handlers only get a few minutes to familiarize themselves with the sequence so they can plan their strategy.
Tired and run hard. Come, Pugsley, get in that tunnel.
Peggy rehearses the command she'll need to use to keep Pugsley on course.
Pugsley, sit. Lie down. It's gonna be fun. My dog's got to do it down and keep those ankles down. I'm very nervous. I'm always nervous when I'm in a competition, right before I run especially. I can't have any mistakes. So it's not like other sports where you can have a few mistakes and still maybe come out and ahead and win. There is no such thing in agility. It has to be a perfect run.
You listen to your mommy real good, and you do your weave pose and jump when mommy tells you to jump.
After some final advice from Dad, Pugsley is ready to compete.
Walk up. target right here.
On this standard course, Pugsley has to touch every yellow contact point or she'll disqualify. Because she wants a perfect score, Peggy slows Pugsley down. But they still have to finish within the time limit. Pugsley finishes under time and with a perfect score. That earns Pugsley her first cue.
I was so nervous. This is my hero. Right here. She watches Mommy so well. We got a clean room. She was boogieing.
But this first cue only counts towards her second mock title if she gets a clean run on the next course as well. Most dogs only do back-to-back clean runs 10% of the time. Peggy checks out the layout of the second, more challenging course. Pugsley has to run it cleanly, in the correct order, and in less time. At faster speeds, it's much easier to make mistakes.
I think we could do it if Pugsley could keep her legs up. There's 19 jumps out there she's got to overcome, so if she can keep her legs up, we're good to go.
It's time for Pugsley's second run. She's off to a great start. But she goes for the wrong jump. It could blow everything. But Peggy quickly gets her back on track. Pugsley finished 11 seconds early with another perfect score. That means she got her double Q, and she's one step closer to her second mock title.
Pugsley is not only a super pug, Pugsley is a super competitor. And she loves the sport, and we have a great time together. And I'm proud of her, and this is her 8th double Q for her second mock to make history all over again. Yes, yes, and I love you. She is an inspiration to me in my life and brought all the good out in me and made me a better person. Because with Pugsley's illnesses and all the ups and downs we've been through, you learn not to ever take life for granted, and I have never taken her for granted. I enjoy her every day like there is no tomorrow.
Every morning, Joshua, a 90-pound Labrador retriever, tries to wake up 8-year-old Corey Brooks. But he's new to the job, so it takes Corey's dad, Greg, to actually get them out of bed. Corey has muscular dystrophy. Josh is his service dog.
It's a muscle wasting disease that gets worse as he gets older. So as he gets older, he'll have less and less muscle function. So at this particular time, he pretty much can still walk, but he really can't run. Can't ride a bicycle, do anything like most of the other kids.
As Corey's condition progresses, Joshua will take on more tasks to help him. Josh is one of the largest dogs ever trained by Canine Companions for Independence, and Corey is one of the smallest recipients.
All right, he looks handsome now, doesn't he, huh?
It was a match made in heaven.
Joshua's doing great with Corey. They have a loving relationship with each other. Being that Joshua's so big and Corey's so small, he'll let him lay on him and he pulls on his ears, and you know, Joshua just sits there and lets him do whatever he wants to do.
He gets stuff for me, and he's always with me.
Joshua joined the Brooks family 2 months ago. He's still learning to focus on Corey and not be distracted by other people, especially Corey's brother and sister.
The oldest two kids want to treat Joshua like a pet. You know, his role in the family is to be a skilled companion for Corey.
Joshua loves people, but to do his job properly, he has to bond with Corey only.
He's sitting there and he's like, "Can you pet me, please? Please pet me?" He's so irresistible. I mean, it's hard not to.
Josh and Corey are still getting to know one another. The pair haven't spent much time in busy public places, so today is shaping up to be an especially big day. Will he resist distractions and focus on Corey?
Tell him so he'll do it.
Sit.
Gotta tell him like you mean it.
Sit.
Good boy. Give him some praise. Good boy.
Today is Halloween. Tonight, Joshua and Corey will go trick-or-treating. But first, Joshua will join Corey at school for a hop-a-thon to raise money for muscular dystrophy.
Okay, everybody. Hop, hop, hop.
At the hop-a-thon, Joshua and Corey join right in. His dad stays close by to supervise. Josh supports Corey and helps him balance. He stays beside Corey and doesn't pay attention to the other kids petting him. The students raise $900 for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, and Joshua sees to it that Corey has a wonderful time.
You did good. You did awesome.
It's dress-up time. Tonight is Joshua's first time trick-or-treating. He and Corey are going out as bikers.
Smells nasty.
It's another test for Joshua. He'll be working at night for the first time and could be distracted by all the costumes and strange noises. Night falls, and Joshua and Corey cruise the neighborhood for their share of candy.
Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Hello.
Hi.
And the dog has one too? Oh my. I like your outfit.
Joshua does well and gets plenty of treats himself.
And Josh, you get more.
Thank you.
Joshua's first day in public is a success. He's proven that he can give Corey the support he needs.
Having Joshua as a companion has really given Corey a lot better outlook on life. He's been a lot more positive, and it's actually helped his schoolwork because he's more positive about himself. Prior to getting Joshua, he was starting to be kind of negative about himself, and we hear a lot less of that now. We hear a lot more about, I can do this and I can do that, because he has someone there for him.